everybody. Welcome to the Tea Huddle with Marisa and Kelly.
Your only source for gridiron gossip.
Okay, it has been a big week over here. We launched a podcast. It was the start of football season. Bill Belichick broke up with his girlfriend. A lot going on over here.
So much going on.
So we have to start with the biggest news story of the week.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about it, football or not.
The biggest news of the week, it's Aaron Rodgers tearing his Achilles, ending the season as possibly his career.
That is not actually what I was talking about. I was talking about Travis Kelce, tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe dating America's sweetheart Taylor Swift.
All right. That's some news too, I guess.
Yeah. Rumor has it, not confirmed, but a lot of different outlets are reporting it. Daily Mail, Page 6, that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have been hanging out. So a couple weeks, maybe like a month ago, Travis Kelce went on his own podcast with his brother. It's very cute. It's funny. We, as members of the podcast community, we love that and we love them.
Yeah, they're great, the two of them.
Yeah, he went on his podcast and he talked about how he loves Taylor Swift. He wants to date her. He went to the Eras tour. Jealous, I couldn't get tickets, but he could.
Expensive.
And he brought friendship bracelets, which is such a thing at Taylor Swift shows, and he left his phone number on one and tried to meet up with her after, like tried to pull strings and get invited to the meet and greet afterwards, and was told that she actually doesn't meet anyone after. She has such a rigorous touring schedule.
She's got to rest, you know?
She had to rest
up.
So he was saying on the podcast that like he felt sort of shut down. She didn't want to meet him. I, as someone who feels very in the know, not about football, but about Taylor Swift, thought she would not like that he was sort of airing anything about her. She, for as public as she is, I think she really likes her private life to remain private. I thought she wouldn't give him the time of day, but breaking news, apparently they're spending some time together. It hasn't been confirmed by her camp. And the only thing that I heard from an inside source is that they are not quote unquote officially dating, but there's a lot in between. I don't know this man and I don't want him to come backstage and officially dating.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think, at least I don't know if Taylor Swift has ever dated a professional athlete. So maybe they're both trying something new here.
Never an athlete and not an American guy for years. She has been fully on board the British train. We had Harry Styles. We had Calvin Harris. We had what a lot of us thought was the love of her life, Joe Alwyn, R.I.P. Most recently, Maddie Healy. But she's going all American with Travis Kelce, football star. And
maybe opposites will attract the athlete and the musician.
I think it's cute. I'm here for it. And hopefully we have updates to come. Hopefully they're spotted together. I would die for a paparazzi picture of the two of them together, like leaving Zero Bond. That's where she likes to go because photography isn't allowed. But you know where photography is allowed? Outside of the exit. So hopefully we have an update
Keep
soon.
your eye out, people.
Keep your eye out for maybe a pap shot of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. But other than that, there's a lot of football news to report on, apparently. That's what I hear. So, Kelly, how did week 1 of the 2023 football season go? What do we have to say?
Yeah, I mean, week 1 is usually pretty wacky, but this one might have been the wackiest of all. The big headline for me, other than, of course, Aaron Rodgers being injured, these very, very expensive quarterbacks who were not able to secure the win in week 1. And a lot of it was a shock. So first up, we'll start from way back Thursday night game, first game of the season.
Days and days ago.
Days and days ago. Patrick Mahomes, he is the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs.
So he's like the star of the NFL. People think he's like
the next Tom Brady,
the greatest thing. He makes so much money.
The next GOAT is what they say. Yeah, and he gets paid something like $60,000 per pass attempt. Like not even completed pass, like an attempted pass.
Disgusting.
So that's a little ridiculous, and he wasn't even able to secure the win at home against the Detroit Lions, which they were expected to win.
You predicted that, though. Last week,
did.
you said you thought the Lions were going to put up more of a fight.
I'm Team Goff. I think Jared Goff, the quarterback of the Lions, has a lot of potential, and he definitely showed that he does.
I didn't actually watch that game because I only have so much of an appetite for football. And then I read that one of the guys on the Chiefs deleted his Twitter. He played so badly that he was hiding from the internet, deleted his Twitter.
Yeah, I think you're talking Kadarius Toney, maybe. He's the wide receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, exactly. Kadarius Toney, wide receiver on the Chiefs. As of the date of this recording, he's back on Twitter.
Yeah,
But
he definitely didn't have a great game either, but he's not making $60,000 per catch. But I will say, Mahomes, it was a good game. It was an exciting game. Mahomes kept the game at least pretty tight, unlike some other players like Daniel Jones, who's the quarterback of the New York Giants.
okay, so this game I actually did watch.
Yeah.
Because I was invited to a party and I love to go to a party. And if I have to watch football to do that, that's absolutely fine. So the Giants, there were a lot of Giants fans there. I thought it was going to be exciting.
Yeah, it was a big game. It was Sunday night. It was Sunday Night Football, which is always a good matchup.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They lost 0. They scored exactly 0 points. To the Cowboys got 40 to 0. I don't know a lot about football, but I know that is bad.
Very bad. Yeah, not a single point. He threw only 104 yards and he had 2 interceptions. The offensive line is also to blame here, so I'll give him a little bit of a break, but 0 points that's pretty unexcusable. And so yeah, a little bit about Daniel Jones. He just signed a 4-year deal for $160 million.
Oh my gosh.
So he'll be playing for a while, making a lot of money. His nickname is actually Danny Dimes because, when he throws well, it's throwing a dime. Unfortunately,
didn't happen today.
Yeah, he did not do that Sunday night. So
I'll tell the Giants I could score 0 points for $160 million. Put me in, coach.
It's a good gig for now. And
wow.
again, so this game was against their divisional rivals, the Cowboys. So definitely a hard loss for the Giants.
Ouch. Do we think they are just going to have a terrible season, or it was a one-off? What do we think?
Only time will tell.
All right, well, stay tuned. Okay, so we've got Mahomes, we've got Danny Dimes. What else? Any other of these expensive quarterbacks not earning their keep?
Yeah, so another quarterback who is very popular, makes a lot of money, has had very good seasons in the past. Joe Burrow, he's the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. And he actually just became the highest paid NFL player in history.
Whoa, I would have thought that was Tom Brady.
I know, but Tom Brady, he didn't live to see the money that these quarterbacks are making now.
Wow, and they can't even win the game?
And he completely flunked his season debut. Screwed my fantasy team, so very upset with Joe. I should have put Jared Goff in instead of Joe Burrow, but...
Joe Burrow, I heard through the grapevine, was great at football. Maybe not so anymore. What I do know... Still not confirmed to be engaged. Still may be engaged. But we will keep you posted. So tune in as those updates come.
Maybe he's a little distracted by the engagement, if that's
that
the case.
That could be that his secret engagement is getting leaked to the world and it's getting in his head and he can't throw those passes.
So I'm hoping he can come back from this, get over the whole engagement bliss, and get a win next week. My fantasy team definitely depends on it. So...
Okay, while we're on the subject of quarterbacks, this one isn't a star who's making way too much money, but the backup quarterback for the Patriots. So the Patriots' main quarterback is Mac Jones. Really quick, I can't speak about him without including Mac. His name is short for McCorkle. So in this house, I will only be referring to him as McCorkle because it's funny and fun to say.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Marisa.
Kelly is a Patriots fan, so I don't know how she feels about only referring to him as McCorkle, but I
will be calling him Mac.
I have no choice. It's just a involuntary reaction to call him McCorkle. So anyway, McCorkle's backup is this guy named Matt Corral. And it wasn't picked up a lot in the news this week. I can't figure out why. I mean, I guess it was a busy news week. That's probably why.
A lot going on.
But so his backup, Matt Corral, was at practice on Thursday last week, left practice, was not seen, heard from. No one knew where he was. He went missing. News outlets are reporting he was fully missing. Patriots staff didn't know where he was. His teammates didn't know where he was. They worried it was either some sort of like a mental health issue. He just
so crazy.
So crazy. He went into hiding. As of the date of this recording, which is Tuesday night, Bill Belichick, the coach of the Patriots, confirmed that they have been in touch with him. So he's been found.
That's good.
All's well that ends well. He's no longer on the roster. We're glad he's found.
Glad he's
can't
okay.
wait to find out what happened. I hope he does some sort of maybe like an Oprah sit down, although it didn't get that much coverage because he's just a backup. If he was a starting quarterback, this would have been the story of the week.
I'm glad he's okay. This could be a chance for Bailey Zappi to prove himself as a backup. Who knows? We'll see.
Maybe he'll take the crown away from McCorkle.
I hope not. I'm Team Mac right now, but
now I feel like we have to get into really what everybody's talking about. Aaron Rodgers, we talked about it last week. All this hype, all this buildup. He's going to the Jets. He's going to help them win. Before he even threw the ball, people are talking Super Bowl, this and that. He gets out on the field for like 3 minutes. He throws the ball twice. He breaks his little ankle. What happened?
He tore his Achilles tendon, which I hear is extremely painful.
Ouch.
And hard to recover from, especially at his age, 39 years old. Yeah, definitely a bummer, especially as everything with the preseason and Hard Knocks. Not a good start for the Jets.
But then, against all odds, so there's all this hype like the Jets suck and Aaron Rodgers, the savior, is here to like pull them out of this terrible slump. And then 5 seconds into it, he hurts himself. He's driven off on a golf cart, never to be heard from again. And then the Jets pull it together, beat the Bills, who I hear are supposed to be good. It was a real Cinderella story. It was nice. I think it would be like a great overall season tale if the Jets win without Rodgers. I think that'd be like nice.
They definitely kept it. It was a good game. I wasn't sure what to expect, but Zach Wilson, he, pulled off a win. I think there are a couple quarterbacks who could take Aaron Rodgers' spot as starting quarterback. Any ideas on who might be able to do that?
I feel like they should keep Zach Wilson. He proved his worth. He won them a game. Like, he did what he had to do. But I saw a lot of rumors swirling about on Twitter today, all the different people that the Jets might call. I mean, if I'm Zach Wilson, I'm offended and upset. But I guess, like, they have to try to find somebody. What do you think? Who are the people in their Rolodex that they're reaching out to right now?
Yeah, well, I think, I don't know, maybe the most fun for the tea huddle here would be Tom Brady. He is available. We
need to let that man rest. He's done enough. Again. It's time to
I would actually be very upset if he played for the Jets.
Would you? Are the Jets and the Patriots rivals?
They are. Very
much. Are they? Oh,
yes.
Okay. I mean, it would be good for the pod.
You never know.
Just saying. Okay,
I would think that the Jets will not go for anybody who's 38 and over, so that would take a lot of people out of the running.
It didn't go well this time.
Yeah, so I don't know if they would want to risk that again. Would take like Joe Flacco out and Matt Ryan, who made it to a Super Bowl with the Falcons.
Oh, I don't know Matt Ryan. I know Joe Flacco because he went to University of Delaware, and so did I. Go Hens. But that was years ago, so he's got to be kind of old now.
He's 38, I believe, as well. So I think maybe the most reasonable quarterback that they could find is Jameis Winston. He's currently backup for the Saints. He's young. He's only 29, so he's still in his 20s. He's had some strong seasons before he tore his ACL back in 2021.
Ooh. Do we think that's worse than an Achilles?
Yeah, but he's young. He's not 39,
He's got those young tendons that can prepare themselves.
He's healthy now, and he's not happy to be back up, so I think maybe he would be interested in being a starting quarterback for the Jets. But.
Here's my question. If he was not good enough to be a starting quarterback, why is he going to be better than Zach Wilson?
he was good, but he tore his ACL.
Oh,
so
okay.
He had
Okay.
There was one season where he had 5,000 yards and 33 touchdowns.
That sounds like a lot.
Maybe a few interceptions, but you know.
Okay.
I wouldn't rule him out yet.
Okay. This is not somebody who I knew who he was because I just started caring about football about 2 weeks ago. But I did a little Googling. This guy sucks. I mean, maybe he's good at football. He's not good at being a member of society. Some of his encounters with the law are a little amusing. Some are really bad in terms of like assaulting strangers, females that
we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. But some of them are a little bit amusing. Like he got in trouble for stealing soda from a Burger King. He was filling ketchup cups.
Wow.
With soda.
How many ketchup cups would it take to get like a cup of soda?
I mean, as many yards as he
like
ran.
10 cents per ketchup cup.
And then he had to do community service for stealing crab legs from a Publix supermarket, which is also just objectively
He's hungry.
funny.
He's a hungry boy.
Yeah, he's a hungry boy, but not hungry for like a turkey sandwich. He's got good taste. He wants a crab leg. I hate him, and I hope they don't pick him. But if they do, we will be paying attention and we'll be ready to talk about it.
Yeah. In the meantime, there's Zach Wilson. You go, Zach Wilson.
I'm rooting for Zach Wilson
you pulled
personally.
Off a win, and if only he could stop running backwards. I feel like he lost a lot of yards during the game on Monday night. But
As much as I know about football, you want to get the ball
you want to go
to the other
to
side,
the right,
and he's running it the wrong side.
He's just running away from people.
Okay, so he has obviously room for improvement, but he has some things that I like. 1, messy personal life. 2, like an underdog story.
Yes.
3, the face of an elf.
We like that now.
Yeah. I just decided it's just in. I'm personally, he never groped an Uber driver, Jameis Jameis. But he did, as we discussed last week, sleep with his mom's friend. So I hope they put all their eggs in Zach Wilson's basket as just like a new fan. That's what I'm wishing for. Everyone stay tuned. See what the Jets do. Do they pick another old guy? Do they pick a criminal?
Do they stick with Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Stay tuned. We'll let you guys know.
All right, Marissa, I'm so excited for our next segment. So Marissa has not yet picked a team. And so this next segment is called
Marissa Picks a Team.
It's time, Marissa.
No, that's so bad.
I consider myself to be one of the lucky ones because I am a New England Patriots fan. I grew up in Connecticut, have always watched the Patriots with my family. I have a lot of family in Boston. It's where my dad's from originally. And so every Sunday is football day, some chili on the stove and watch Tom Brady previously and now Mac Jones, McCorkle.
McCorkle, as we like to say.
We actually have season tickets. This is kind of a funny story. So at one point, I think it was like the late 90s, early 2000s, the New England Patriots were going to move to Hartford, Connecticut.
Really?
So my dad got on the wait list because it's so easy,
like
45-minute drive to go to the games, and it ended up falling through at the last minute.
He's like, crap, I have to go all the way to
now
Foxborough.
Every Sunday, 2.5 hour drive from Fairfield to Foxborough.
2.5 hours each way.
Dedication.
Wow.
We love the sport. We love the Pats.
So I did not grow up in a football household, never watched, never cared. Last year ended up in a situation where there's a lot of football on in my life. If you don't know the rules, you don't have a team to root for, it's just like shapes moving around on a screen. Like, who cares? Which is really where this all came from, is that the way that I care is by getting in on their personal lives. Like,
learning more about the players.
Like, I'd rather be watching reality TV, but this can be reality TV. So like you're watching and then oh my God, this one was just arrested for pulling a gun on a woman at a traffic stop. Or this one, then you see Russell Wilson come on your screen and you're like, I know him and Sierra have a beautiful love story, and they like decided to save themselves in their relationship for marriage, not in life, just in their relationship, just throwing that in there. So like a way to care about the players was a way for me to care about football. But I do think that having a team to root for would really like help carry me across the finish line of being a real football fan.
All right. I like it. So like, how are you going to choose? Is it going to be based on like players gossip the best?
Definitely that's a consideration. I feel like, well, first of all, it's going to be hard to finally lock in on a team because I'm really loving the bit of people like pitching me why I should like their team. It's just like fun. It's nice to feel wanted. Everybody's like, oh,
I would love to take you on as a Patriot fan.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
let's do it.
Exactly. Everybody's like, pick me, choose me, love me. A little Grey's Anatomy shout out. Anyway, so this is what I'm looking for in a team. I'm looking for a team that's good, but not too good. I don't want to be a bandwagon fan. Like, I think the Chiefs are too good. I don't want to pick like the Super Bowl winners. It's a little obvious. But I also don't want to pick a terrible team. Like, I watched, no offense to everybody listening out there, I respect everyone's choices. I watched the Giants this past Sunday. They lost 40-0. Like, that's not for me. I'm a Mets fan already. I know what it's like to
no
just
more
like,
heartbreak.
I can't. I need a team that like has a chance. So that in terms of like their football abilities, but more importantly, we're looking for someone who's in the mix in terms of the gossip, someone where maybe a player's dating a celebrity. Perhaps maybe their players are like getting in fights. It's fun if people get in a little bit of trouble, but not
too much
trouble. That's important.
Fine line there.
A fine line. So I also feel like, as you mentioned, you're a Patriots fan. I think it would be good for the pod to have a little diversity. I think I'm probably going to not be a Patriots fan.
I like a good rivalry.
I like a good rivalry. So this is where I'm at now. And I'm planning to check in throughout the season. If anyone out there listening is also looking to pick a team, please join me in this journey. Please feel free to pick my team as yours or use any of this feedback to pick your own team. I think Patriots are out for me. I think Giants are out for me. The Steelers, I know, are out for me because one thing that I have known for years is that their longtime quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, was charged with rape. And I read the entire police report of that incident. And it's just going to be a hard no for me.
Even though he's gone.
Just like they supported him and I therefore cannot support them. On the same token, the Browns, I don't remember the name of their quarterback at this moment.
Deshaun Watson.
Yes, so Deshaun Watson allegedly is a terrible man who has a propensity, is that the right word, for shoving his genitalia at massage therapists. He invites these women into their home under the guise of a job and assaults them allegedly.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked that he's still playing this season.
Yeah, just like if you want to hate the Browns, go to Deshaun Watson's Wikipedia page, and that's really all you need. So for that reason, I think Steelers are out, Browns are out, Patriots are out, Giants are out. Who's in, you might ask? The Bills, even though they lost to the Jets, they're an exciting team. I like Josh Allen. He's dating a celebrity, Haley Steinfeld. She's both an actress and a pop star. We love a dual threat.
So two New York teams in the running.
Like it. But I feel like the Bills, they don't need me as a fan. They don't want me. They're like a very intense fandom, and they're not looking for any newcomers. They're looking for people who've like been through the trenches and are still hanging on.
It's a tough crowd up there in Buffalo.
I don't know if I have what it takes to be a Bills fan.
And I will say the Giants and the Bills are both rivals to the Patriots, so could be fun.
All right, that could be fun. That's something to think about. And then the last two teams I'm going to mention as contenders, the 49ers, San Francisco, fun city. They have good colors. They're what position is Christian McCaffrey?
A running back.
Their running back, Christian McCaffrey, engaged to Olivia Culpo.
Maybe the best running back in the league.
Is he?
Yeah, he's scored a lot of points. He's a very good player.
Get after it, Olivia. So Olivia Culpo, she is a former Miss Universe. She dated Nick Jonas, the song Jealous. I still get jealous. As we learned in the jingle, I have no tone. But that song is about her. Then she dated a Patriots player, Danny Amendola.
Love him.
They had a messy breakup. Love a messy breakup.
Team Amendola.
He was like talking about how all she cares about is being famous. Oh, it was messy and it was great. Now she's engaged to Christian McCaffrey. I already forgot what position he is.
Running back.
Fantastic best in the league. So 49ers, there's a lot going on there. Oh, and their quarterback, Brock Purdy, right?
Yeah.
So he was the last boy picked in the whole draft. They have a nickname for that position. The last person, they call him Mr. Irrelevant, which is so sad. It's the best day of your life. You just got drafted. You're playing in the NFL, but you're Mr. Irrelevant.
It's a little bit like a Tom Brady story.
Was Tom Brady bad at first?
Well, he was a 6th round pick.
Oh, was he? So he's the last pick in the whole thing. Nobody expects anything out of him. Then the starting quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's interesting to us because I do think he dated a porn star, but more on that at another time.
Definitely did.
Wow.
And he was a Patriot. So
was he?
Yeah, I love
wow,
Jimmy.
It all comes
Jimmy
back
G.
to the Patriots. So he got hurt. Brock Purdy, aka Mr. Irrelevant, had to play his very first game in the NFL. It's against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers last year. He wins against Tom Brady, who's the maybe greatest person to ever play this sport. I don't know. People talk about him like he is. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that he is. And he won. It was beautiful. I think I saw his dad cry. So I think that's sweet. I like the 49ers. My last contender for the time being, we talked about them last week, the Lions. Jared Goff, he seems nice. He's overcoming his enzyme deficiency where he can't process red meat. Yep. He has a famous fiance. I feel like they want me as a fan in the way that like the Bills don't.
The Lions would appreciate you as a fan. I think they need a win. I think that's a front runner for me, for you.
For you, for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so where we stand now, we'll check back in a few weeks. Where we stand now, I think it's between the 49ers and the Lions. But more to come. And if you guys think that I should be a fan of your team, just comment on at the Tea Huddles posts on Instagram and let me know why. Because the jury is out. This is very much in flux.
We're going to find you a team one of these weeks.
I would love a team.
Hopefully before the Super Bowl.
Yes. And it would be cool if they were in the Super Bowl. But I'm not a bandwagon gal.
No, we'll get you there before that. So that brings us to the final goss.
Final goss.
What do we have this week, Marissa?
Okay. It's still just a rumor, not confirmed, but Odell Beckham Jr. of the Baltimore Ravens reportedly hanging out with the Kim Kardashian. Okay, this is big news, everybody. Dumois, which as I think we said last week is our number one beloved trusted news source for all celeb gossip, posted about it more than once this week. She confirmed that Kim and OBJ, people call Odell Beckham Jr. What position is he?
OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. He is a wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, OBJ, wide receiver, Baltimore Ravens. That him and Kim were seen keeking it up in Turks and Caicos, and that it's like basically confirmed that they've spent time alone together.
I wonder how they met.
Maybe it's friendly. ... Well,
if he's in Baltimore.
Years ago, there were photos that got leaked of him and Khloe Kardashian, like very physically close to one another. They both maintained it was just friendly. They don't even know each other, blah, blah, blah. Awkward. But Kim and Odell, this would be a wild turn. And I hope that we have more confirmation coming in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, that's big news. I'm surprised by it because I feel like Odell has a lot of drama around him, and Kim's been trying to lay low for a little while. So it's a bold move.
Definitely. I like to consider myself a Kardashian expert. I don't know a lot about football. I don't know what offsides means. I don't know what, the difference between a sack and a tackle. But I know a lot about Kim and I know a lot about the Kardashians. And this seems out of character to me. So she obviously, I feel like we all know, went through a lot of drama with Kanye and sort of was looking for a drama-free lifestyle. When rumors were swirling earlier in the summer that maybe her and Tom Brady were getting together.
I remember that. That would make more sense,
I thought that made so much sense. He's older, he's calm,
people.
he's established, he is so rich.
They
I mean,
have
I'm
their
sure
own
Odell Beckham
brands.
is rich, but right, like I feel like she's looking for someone in this stage of her life to be just like a calming force, good father. Odell Beckham, on the other hand, like nothing really sort of particularly bad in terms of legal troubles, but there's like always stuff going on there. He's like escorted off a plane, or he's like kicked out of this or whatever.
He's young. He's a lot younger than Tom Brady.
He's like still in his wild boy phase. It's not the first time she's dated a football player.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, we're going way back from the original Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Season 1 we're talking.
Season 1. Yeah, so Kim Kardashian dated California native NFL star Reggie Bush. That was juicy on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They had a good fling from 2007 to how long did they date?
Till 2009. They got back together briefly in 2010. They were very sweet together. We thought they were like sort of the real deal. Her star was just too big for him, I think. Like the Kim that he got involved with is not the Kim we know today.
Yeah, season 1 Kim, very different.
Different than
season 1.
Yeah, like 20. We're on a new network. We're on a
new name of a show.
Exactly. Rumors have been swirling for years about her and Drake, who's a great friend of Odell Beckham Jr. So maybe that's complicated.
Maybe that's how they connected though too.
Could be.
Who knows?
Hopefully more to come on this. I hope we're able to confirm it. Just like Taylor and Kelsey, I would love to get some photographic evidence of this.
A lot to confirm over the next few days here. So hopefully we have an answer by next week.
So make sure you keep tuning in to see where all these stories go every Thursday, wherever you can find your favorite podcasts.
And remember to stay juicy.